angry, Aussie, 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 angry, Aussie, Aussie, angry.
Okay, I think the mic's probably working now. Is the mic working now? Fucking hell. Is that working? I don't know. Is that working? This is off to a fucking shithole start. This is an absolute fucking bollocks shithole. Sounds okay. Okay. Fuck me sideways. Hello, Greg, by the way. Turn it back off. Thank you, Abigail. But, okay, I fucking set up... Yeah, I fucking set up voice meter today and it was fucking working. And now it isn't. Voice meter. Is that? All right. Oh, fucking come on, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fucking do that. Oh, get fucked. Just get fucked. God fucking damn it. Yeah, Abigail, we're all like vaccinated here and you're vaccinated. I just don't want crowds of people, an individual visitor. Yes. Hi, Heine. I'm fucking raging. This fucking thing was fucking working this afternoon. I'm so fucking shagged off now. Right, I'm officially given up on that and possibly turning the whole thing into false advertising. Start this fucking game and have no audio. Fuck. Abigail, tech support would be fucking wicked. Oh, okay. Oh, this won't be as big a deal for you. I'll warn you that we don't have air conditioning, but you don't have air conditioning either. Might even be hotter in your building than it is here. But having fucking complications and shenanigans, even though someone came over to fix it. Ugh. God fucking damn it. I'm just really fucking shagged off at the moment. Ugh. Okay. Okay. And of course, the sound for the game is not working either. It was It was fucking working today. I'm so fucking angry. God fucking damn it. Should I watch the... Ooh. Oh, Jesus, it just came on. Okay, I need to share something with you. Sharing a screen, sharing an audio. I switched it off and switched it back on again. And it worked. Okay. Can you hear any game audio? Because maybe I did it right. Bum Fungus, a test stream was what it said. A test stream for this. Okay. Okay, we want to break down our camp. Can you actually hear? And Windows sound is actually the worst. Not sure. So the game sound is off. Okay. It's weird that I can hear it. I wish I paid more attention when I did this. Nomad. Oh, great gosh almighty. No sound. Okay, so here's the question. Is this at all entertaining if you can't hear the game sound? Because you see the dialogue when someone talks. Is it kind of pointless me playing if you can't hear the game? The other thing I can do is take these headphones off and bring the friggin' webcam down here and play audio through the laptop, and you will hear a shitty version of the game sound as picked up by the webcam. All right, so I'm going to take this off. I think I have to change what my mic is. Audio. Oh yeah, webcam. Can you hear me? Just fucking trashing stuff here. Maybe that's better. I don't know if that's a better or a worse angle for the webcam. Mic, okay. The webcam, communications, speaker, okay. Okay, so okay, fuck this off for a start. What's volume is that on? It's on 100%. Okay. Okay, now I can't hear it. Why can't I fucking hear it? God damn it. Fucking suck my balls, you stupid fucking computer. God fucking damn it, I had this fucking thing fucking working, fucking bullshit. Christ, okay, I'm just gonna fuck with settings for a while. General. Audio avatars. Audio. Echo cancellation. Adjust mic volume. Okay. Speakers. No, fuck off. Audio codec. Speakers. Maybe that? Does that work? No, it doesn't. God fucking damn it. Suck my fucking balls. Aussie Tech, I'm on my laptop. And no, and okay, I was about to snap and be very angry. I'm not angry at you. I'm just frustrated. So virtually anything I say is going to sound angry. Bum fungus, the output is not set to my headphones. That is what I was changing. Heine. Okay, see, again, probably stop saying things that you think are helpful because I'm just so fucking frustrated, I'm just going to fucking snap. I had fucking sound a second ago. Why the fuck? Oh, wait, okay. I just thought of one other thing. Settings. What is it saying is the audio output? Speakers. No, it's saying the fucking speakers. Voice meter. Saying the speakers. Why the input? Microphone. HD Pro. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Does not make sense. Okay, I'm going to do one other thing. Nope, that wasn't what the stupid webcam on this thing is there. Yeah, okay. Okay, can you actually hear me now? We have fan noise. Yeah, of course we fucking do. Game noise. Okay, so that, Jesus Christ, every motherfucking thing is going wrong. Fuck this shit. Okay. Changing inputs. This one's back. Audio. Okay. So I think we've got alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try one more thing. Is that working? Engine starts in 0. Hardware out. Speakers ping the audio device. Yep, nope, okay. Gonna try one more thing. Gonna try one more thing. Gonna put this back in. And go back here. And change 1 to Okay, maybe that works. Speaker is PNP device. I am literally just getting so fucking enraged at the moment. This is a fucking nightmare. This is so fucking frustrating. Ugh, Jesus, fuck this fucking shit. Camera, microphone, audio. Okay, is that working? Is that working now? Fucking shitballs. But no game sound, right? And also, yeah, you know what? No. Just a lost fucking cause. So fucking frustrating. Fucking had it work. I think I had it working this afternoon. Had it working better than that anyway, so fuck that fucking shit. Sorry, false advertising, not a Red Dead Redemption stream. I'm gonna have a fucking drink is what I'm gonna do. I got a bottle of Starwood Twofold today that had a tiny bonus cocktail in it. Okay. Just excuse me for 1 second. Hello? Okay, this just buffets constantly in the breeze, and I cannot function. I'm going to wedge something in it so it doesn't buffet. Or alternately, I leave it open and maybe you close that screen door.
Okay, I've got something in mind that could work.
Like what?
Like a wedge that's purposely for that.
Actually, even the bedroom snake would probably work because I just need to stop it from moving.
Oh yeah, I've got something in mind.
Okay, a wedge is going to stop someone opening the door if they want to come in.
It's true.
I want to throw the snake. Or even, no, look, one here. I think just something pressed against it to stop it.
Oh yeah.
Because I obviously want the doors and everything open. We'll see if that works. Also got to get some fresh air in this. Alright. Ah, fuck me sideways. Oh, you want to join me in the game? Yeah, Red Deck disaster screen. Anyway, so I got a little bonus bottle of Starwood's New Old Fashioned, which I'm now going to drink. Little single serve cocktail. Hello, Chris. Neat little bottle, which I probably have no use for, so I probably won't keep. But it's a neat little bottle. And because I'm a classy motherfucker, I had an orange here, so I can do an orange peel. Because I really like an orange peel zest on an old fashioned. It's fucking awesome. It's going to be a messy, ugly zest. I'm not trying to impress anyone. Zest. Ooh, that's a nice amount of oil. I love it when you actually see the oil go. Do you know what? Because I'm in a bad mood and I need to cheer up. I'm going to put a cherry on it. Put a cherry on top. Chris, I think you're underselling yourself, mate. I think you can fuck more than one direction. Aussie Tech is nothing to do with servers. It's technical setup on my end. I'm not playing online. I was playing solo at home. I don't like playing online games because then you're dependent on other people. And I'm really antisocial. I'm just randomly trying to stab a cherry and they all keep moving, but I got one. Ha! Fucking typical. Okay. Chris, why the bad mood? I was trying to set up a Red Dead Redemption stream. I messed around with some stuff today and it was technically working. At least I thought it was. Then tonight, not at all. So I'm really pissed off. But all things being equal, Abigail's going to come and do a tech support visit tomorrow and maybe fix it for me. So Jesus, cunt in Christ. Sorry, you trying to come in again?
Yeah, I was going to, but I was also trying to help you with the door.
Sorry?
I'm not sure what you want.
I thought it was working, but it got dislodged when you came in, and so I was trying to fix it again, and then it won't work again. So maybe your suggestion might work. Oh, Chris, when I get in a bad mood, I get very creative with my expletives. Oh, that's class. Oh, see, I need to have some nice drinks. And then I'll feel better. Oh, nice. Abigail, you had a lovely chat with Stella. That would put me in a good mood if I had a lovely chat with Stella. I mean, I had a good day at home. I was fine until this technical fuck up. Actually, not really, because fucking air conditioning's fucked. Guy came around and changed a part, and it seemed to be working, and then it tripped the circuit breaker, which it has done in the past. And all we usually do is let it rest and then flick the circuit breaker back on. And not only you flick the circuit breaker, it flicks straight back to off, and while making an extremely disconcerting sort of electrical popping noise. And even like the 100% method, I switched it off and switched it back on, and switched the power off, which enabled me to flip the circuit breaker back to the on position, left it for a minute, then switched the power back on, and the circuit breaker immediately flipped with that same terrifying popping noise. So we have... Sorry, I'm laughing because a rubber mouse is being shoved under the door now. And I know it's a doorstop. I'm just finding it really funny. That might work. Yes, Megaleech. I had my first cocktail video with a guest, and a big reason it was different. Look, I'll play it. Why not? I'm going to play it so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to bring up YouTube.
Where is it? Pause. Now, I'll do the share screen. Yes, this is a collab. Loving collabs. Share screen with audio. Fucking audio better share. I'll be so fucking shagged off if it doesn't. Share. Full screen. Get ready to tell me if the audio is working.
G'day, cocktail lover. It's Tiki night. What can I get
Wait,
you?
what the
Great
fuck?
bar you have here. I don't see any vodka though. My dog really likes vodka. What kind of bar doesn't have vodka?
Well, it's a very cute dog, but you don't use vodka in Tiki. This is Tiki night. Don't you know anything about Tiki?
It's kind of trippy in here.
You know, you're not the first one to say that.
Reminds me of that Aha video. You know the one. Da 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 da. No? Allow me to demonstrate.
No, I got the reference. You did, and he's singing.
Da 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 da. I'm a Nazi with a pipe wrench.
Gotta be honest, I am not comfortable with you having that pipe wrench in here.
Da 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 da. I have number 13 on my helmet. Da 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 da. It's an unlucky number, so that's probably why I lost the motorcycle race and went on a killing spree with a pipe wrench.
See, that is exactly why I don't want people swinging pipe wrenches around in here.
Da 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 da. Kids at home, don't hit other kids with a pipe wrench. Da 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 da.
Well, I guess at least you have that safety warning.
You might miss and hit a mirror, which is unlucky, just like my helmet.
That is not the reason kids should not be swinging pipe wrenches around.
So Andrew, make me a drink.
Put down the wrench.
Make me a drink. Make me a drink.
I mean it.
Even though you don't have any vodka, I'll be coming for a drink anyway.
Put it down.
Make me a drink. Make me a drink.
Just so you know, the police have been called.
And I'll be coming for that vodka anyway.
Just stop. Why won't you stop? Stop swinging the pipe wrench around. And stop singing. Please. Just, oh my god, what all the weirdos come into my bar?
Okay, so that is my newest cocktail channel video, the first collaboration in this style, and yes, Nog, I do need a bouncer to stop people coming in with massive fucking pipe wrenches. That was very disconcerting to have that happen in the bar. But the reason that's so weird is there's a Discord where a bunch of people, the YouTubers who have cocktail channels, hang out and chat and whatnot. And I said, no, Abigail, and there wasn't a drink. There was just a terrifying interaction. I said to the others, hey, who wants to be in this? And a bunch of people said yes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to come up with some scripts for you. And so I've been writing scripts for people to use. But that guy, Chappie, he just sent me that video. Like, I hadn't sent him a script. He just went, like, this is my audition, or you can just use this. And I watched it and was like, okay, this is mental. And I like it. I mean, I say that as a thing I like. And so I made up my half of it. Like, based on all that stuff Chappie did, he did with no input from me. And so I just watched all the things he did and said, I made up my half of the dialogue, essentially, and then cut the two together. So that's why that's so weird and has no drink in it, because I didn't ask Chappie to do that. He just supplied it, and I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm using that. Now, one I'm almost finished editing and will go live next week is a scripted one that has a drink in it, which is actually a nice drink too, with Uncle Pete. And that will go live next week. And so we have a whole conversation and make a drink with Swedish Punch and sing. Lee and Luke, hello. Well, Lee, I'm glad your 10-year-old loved the video. Yes. I always get a laugh when you upload a video to YouTube. You have to click a thing that says, is this made for kids? And It still gives me a bit of a giggle every time as I'm uploading stuff to my cocktail channel, making alcoholic beverages. Is this made for kids? Well, I don't know. That'd keep them quiet. But no, not made for kids. So funny, this Starward New Old Fashioned, after making my own old fashions that I make with pretty strong flavours, this is very mild and light in comparison to the old fashions I've been making for myself. It's very good though. It's yummy. So yes, Chris White, that's the thing. Why do all the weirdos come into my bar? So, yeah, the one with Uncle Pete, I like. It's almost finished. I had to shoot some close-ups just before the stream. So I had a cocktail just before the stream. I had a pre-stream warm-up cocktail because I made it for the video. I'll finish editing that tomorrow or on the weekend, and it'll go live on Monday. No, you've seen some news reports with the YouTube Kids banner. Yeah, news for kids. Was it, Abigail, there's an End of the World asteroid movie with Steve Carell, and there's a family feed their kids shots and cocktails. Well, if you're going out, you might as well, you know, enjoy it as you go out. Hiya, Safa. So, yes. So yeah, and the video that I just showed is the most popular video I've uploaded in the last month. And these videos generally have been getting very good engagement, good reception from people. And yeah, my first one with a guest is even more popular. So it's like, oh, I might be on to something here. This might work. I'm obviously just doing it for fun, but you know, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing signs that this works for an audience because I arguably took a big risk. I'm doing something completely different to what any other cocktail channel is doing. Other ones occasionally do like sketches as a one-off, but doing this, no one else is doing it in this style, and no one's doing it all the time. So I'm kind of intending to do it all the time. Actually, my white balance is going gaga. Where is... Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to... Okay, Logitech camera settings. I think my camera's gone a bit screwy. Right, advanced. White balance. Okay, there we go. And autofocus, because focus was going a bit weird. I'm a bit happy with that. I think I look a bit sepia-ish, but I'll be happy with that. Justin, hello. Safa, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to monetize videos. Technically, I don't have to because my original channel was monetized, but that's a whole different story. I did see that, Safa, on Twitter. Hashtag call the election, dickhead is trending. Justin, history tells us you should never believe what a US president says about the actions of a foreign government. That's just a universal truth. Having said that, Russia may provoke some sort of armed conflict with Ukraine. I mean, they have before. I think, you know, we see evidence that Putin thinks Ukraine's part of Russia, and there are very pro-Russia elements in Ukraine as well. So, okay. I fucking need to cheer up, man. So, I am going to make myself another old-fashioned. My way. I did it my way. Just have to decide what. I'm just going to use Angostura bitters. I'm going to say I have to decide what bitters to use. I'm going to go old school and just use Angostura. Actually, I'm going to look at my bitters collection. Might mix it up a little. Because I'm a fucking madman. No one can stop me. Okay. What do we got down here? Angostura, I definitely want. Okay, Mr. Bitters Negroni is a strong possibility. Library extract, I forgot I had that. What's this one? Okay, no, chocolate. I'm going to use some chocolate bitters. Something different. I might use my Texan whiskey. Balcones Texan Single Malt. I'm just building this in the fucking glass. We are not fucking around here. Dun, 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 dun. Now I've got Take On Me stuck in my head because of that silly video. No, where's Nesta Marco with his cool horse-drawn technical? Is that a World War Z reference? Okay, whiskey. Not doing anything sophisticated with the spirit, just the same whiskey. Let's see, we'll do Ango and Chocolat. Justin, there is some merit in saying Ukraine is to Russia as Taiwan is to China. It's not a one-to-one thing, but there's something to it. And just a teeny bit of sugar. That's enough. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can do it up. Ah, sorry, I knew I'd heard the name. Yes, he was a Christmas non-bastard. I'm behind the bastards. Yes, Mr. Manko was a brave resistance fighter in Ukraine. Resisted the tyranny of the USSR. And we all know how that ended. Not good. There. All right. Stirring my old-fashioned. Oh, nice. Abigail having a stout and co. I'm going to, because I got some twofold today, which I have not had in ages. Straight after this, I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a little whiskey comparison. I love doing that, and I'm going to compare twofold to a couple of other whiskeys. I'm getting fucking maggoted. I'm Tim Smith, look out, is all I'm saying. Oh my god, that's fucking good. Oof. That Balcones has a little bit of bite to it. Oh, that's right. No, subconsciously, I absolutely chose the right bitters, the chocolate, because that Balcones whiskey has an aroma that's like coffee and chocolate, which is really unusual for a whiskey. Doesn't taste like coffee, but the aroma of it is very much like coffee. It's really, it's got almost a burnt toffee flavor when you drink it. So chocolate bitters was a fucking excellent call. Lee, you've got Back in the USSR by the Beatles stuck in your head. Yeah. Well, we've all got our own earworms. Abigail, I'm back at work. Don't have any meetings tomorrow, though. I'm going to just sit in my PJs at all sit in my PJs all day staring at my screen going, oh, fuck. Have a midday nap. Oh my god, that is good. So yes, my first week back at work has been fine. Trying to basically get the rest of my year ready, set a bunch of shit in motion. Now go, you're just whistling back in the USA, yeah. So Justin, second time Taiwan's hosted the old Chinese regime after being defeated on the mainland. First time was when the Ming Dynasty fled to Taiwan after the Qing Dynasty was founded. There you go. Little bit of history. Taken Justin at his word there, because I don't know history. Not very well at all. I know some bits of history. It's every now and then, like when someone says a thing, whether it's in a movie or real life, someone's just like, tell me the 3 most interesting facts you know. I just fucking blank. When someone says like, what's the most interesting thing about history you know? I'm like, and just like fucking brain just like goes bye-byes. So goes into bad areas. Says, what's the most interesting fact you know? The fact that your mama's so fat when she sits around the house, she sits around the house. I don't know. See, I panic with stuff like that. It's like when people expect you to come up with something really insightful. It's too much pressure. Justin, history repeats. There's a couple of fun sayings that I like, and one is history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes, and one is an addendum to say those who do not study history are doomed to repeat it. The addendum is those who do study history are doomed to watch other people repeat it, no matter how many times they warn them they're about to repeat it. So yeah. How we go? Answer with, is it usually something I need to know in the course of my daily activities? Yeah. Safi, yes, I saw Lee Sales was in a Dan Andrews press conference again, and was doing the same thing last time she was in a Dan Andrews thing. Heine, that is an excellent, interesting fact. Mammoth was still around when the pyramids were built. And that is an excellent illustration of the fact humans generally, not all humans, but I think humans generally have a very poor sense of time. Like there's all those fun memes of it's like and this is where you get Gen X's. You say like 1980 is as far away from today as 1940 was from 1980, and I can remember with crystal clarity if in 1980 someone who was, when I was a young adult, if someone who was a young adult in 1940 tried to tell me anything, I would be like, shut the fuck up. Who the fuck are you? You old bastard. So I don't take it personally. If anyone ever wants to I'm not a boomer, but metaphorically or literally, someone wants to boomer me, it's like, that's fucking fair. That is so fucking fair. Justin, you reckon if you have ADHD, poor sense of time is further enhanced? Do you mean that in the same way that I do? Because I don't mean poor sense of time on a day-to-day basis. I mean a poor sense of historical epochs and the relationship of key historical events. Like you can blow people's minds with what was happening in Europe and Asia at the same time in like 1200 AD, for instance. That type of thing is what I meant. Not sort of, I can't manage time on a day-to-day basis. Abigail, you watched a new doco about Woodstock 99. What a shit show it was. It sure fucking was. Oh, and that was all Gen X's fault. The debacle that was Woodstock 99 was absolutely Gen X's fault. I mean, I'm sure there were some boomers behind it and whatnot, but the people who fucked it up were all Gen X. So, but mind you, the original Woodstock was a fuck up. They did everything wrong, and by a miracle, it turned into this pivotal music festival. But essentially, it was really fucked up. Abigail, odd sense of 80s nostalgia, but no... Yes! That is a really pertinent point. And what it is, I think, like, okay, even in the 80s, there was 60s nostalgia. Because rock and roll changed everything, particularly for white Western culture, okay? I'm going to be really specific. Other races and cultures, this is not necessarily applicable to, but I thoroughly believe in what we would term modern human history. White Western culture can be divided into before rock and roll and after rock and roll. The change is amazing. Like, there is some connection in all the music from the 50s, 60s through to now. There is some connection and you can feel nostalgia and whatnot. But pre-rock and roll, anyone who grew up on post-rock and roll music, the overwhelming majority of Western white people very little... again, unless you're that fucking old, like you're a fucking boomer and you want to listen to swing and jazz from the 30s and 40s. But there's a real sort of... there's, in my mind, there's... I should be specific. I'm talking about music. There's pre-rock and roll and post-rock and roll. And post-rock and roll music is just so different to pre-rock and roll music. And I think that's why. Yeah, Abigail in the 70s, Happy Days in the 70s was nostalgizing the 50s. In the 90s, there was that 70s show. They do it. You can basically be nostalgic about 20 years ago, which is a generation ago. It's people who are young adults can enjoy a show that's nostalgic about what happened when they were kids. It's like The Wonder Years was an 80s thing that was nostalgic about the 60s. Fresh Off the Boat, which started in the 20-teens, was nostalgic about the 90s. I mean, I think Fresh Off the Boat is still going, so the thing, but saying nothing nostalgic about war, 30s and 40s, yeah. Chris, easy to pinpoint. Life was better in the 60s than the 80s. Life in the 80s is a dream compared to now. 90s post-Soviet even better. Well, I love the thing I've seen referenced multiple times in media is, like, when was it? Like the late 80s, early 90s, The Simpsons started? Like, I fucking lose track of time, but it was somewhere around there. It was late 80s or early 90s, The Simpsons started. And Homer was meant to be a fucking loser. But his lifestyle, owning his own home and having a stable job that he can support a family with 3 kids on, is unattainable to such a huge chunk of the American population now. Now, admittedly, Homer never bought that house. Grandpa Simpsons won it on a crooked game show, and they moved in with him and then threw him out and put him in an old people's home. So Homer never bought that house. How? See? Arcane Simpsons knowledge. Fucking arcane Simpsons knowledge. And yes, Mega Leech, Stranger Things is an 80s nostalgia. But that's 40 years. That was the first one, I think, that was 40 years. All these other nostalgia shows were 20 years. Happy Days in the 70s, nostalgic about the 50s. The Wonder Years in the 80s, nostalgic about the 60s. That 70s show in the 90s. Fresh Off the Boat in the teens was nostalgic about the 90s. I think they might be trying to do that with Young Sheldon, but I refuse to watch it because it's just fundamentally terrible. Abigail, 80s nostalgia. The 80s was my fucking decade. I should be very specific, the second half of the 80s. I was just in Dubbo for the first half of the 80s, which fucking sucked. But my life, I first started to truly enjoy life in the second half of the 80s. That's when I started to become me, honestly. Little bit of vulnerability and openness from Angry there. Chris, you want to own a place to live so bad but won't be a normal house? Safa, what season did they throw out Grandpa Simpson? He was always thrown out. The story about how they got the house was a flashback story. So Grandpa Simpson was in the old people's home from the start of The Simpsons. It was in one of the early seasons, they told the flashback story about how they ended up in the house, and Grandpa Simpson got it on a crooked game show, and they moved in with him and then chucked him out and put him in an old people's home. But that was a flashback. Chris, you're thinking a condo or a mobile home? Man, a quality mobile home's got a lot going for it. Live a minimalist lifestyle. All right. Ugh. I'm over the stress of the Red Dead not working. And now I'll just look forward to tomorrow. Abigail's going to come over and do a tech support visit and it'll work again. Maybe. No, Abigail will make it work. Just a question of, will I understand the things she does? So it will always work. All right, for fun, I'm going to do a whiskey tasting now. So I need to get some shot glasses and some whiskies. Yeah, see, Safa, that's the other thing. Homer has... Grandpa Simpson owned the house free and clear. Homer has mortgaged the house multiple times over. Like Homer actually doesn't own the house. But the fact that Homer can maintain mortgage payments is ridiculous. Okay. Shot glasses. Okay, I am feeling those old fashions now, but I needed to cheer myself up, and it's a dodgy thing to cheer yourself up with alcohol, but I'm a dodgy kind of guy. Okay, so I'm going to try Tiny Bear single malt. A Starwood. Which Starwood? I'm definitely going to do a Starwood. Which one's this? Okay. Ginger beer. Why not? I haven't had the ginger beer one in a while. Finished in ginger beer casks. What a hoot. Where did I actually put the new two-fold book? It's here. Okay. Stop panicking. I found it. Oh, I wish you all wouldn't panic so much. Lee grew up in the 90s, semi-wishing you were born in the 60s to see the Beatles. Mostly okay with being a 90s kid. Yeah. I have no nostalgia for my childhood. Like I said, I got, like everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people were sharing their Spotify lists. I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music. And YouTube Music did do a similar thing for me. Said, hey, this is what you're listening to. And it was embarrassing old people shit. It's all 80s and 90s. The only thing that saved me was Amy Shark was in my top 5 played artists. So that was the only thing I was listening to that wasn't fucking old people music. Hardly surprising, because I'm a fucking old person. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, but that was interesting. I didn't think because I tend to do a lot of mixes on YouTube Music, and I was quite surprised how heavily it leaned to old people music. I thought I was listening to more new music than that. I bet you had a lovely week, nobody. That's the only problem with having a special visitor is they're a visitor and they go away. But I'm sure you have more good times. Do you use Apple Music and YouTube Music? Yeah, I got YouTube Premium to not watch ads and to support makers, and I was a big surprise to me that I got YouTube Music out of it. I use it all the time, and I'm a huge fan. All right, so good old Starwood Twofold. You after anything, or are you just getting a dessert? Okay, no, I just thought you wanted anything else. Cool. All right. This is such a light whiskey. Like, ever since discovering this, I've always said this is, and if someone wanted to explore Australian whiskies, this is an excellent entry whiskey. First, because it's cheaper than almost any other Australian whiskey. It's very good, but it's very easy to drink. It's just got that real. It's a very typical sort of slightly sweet whiskey smell. Very light. Yeah, like it's very light. Very easy to drink. Justin, you were discriminated being a special need kid. Still bitter. Oh, man. Okay. Were you discriminated against by kids, adults, or both? Because, yeah, kids are rotten little shits. Adults aren't much better. Some adults are worse. Nobody, you got to recover your spoons, I'm sure. Yes, very social. Okay, so that was a little sip of Twofold. This is the Tiny Bear. Tiny Bear's not as a single malt is not as sweet or light as the blended Twofold. But doesn't you know you often complain like you have whiskies they burn going down. Doesn't really burn. It's actually quite easy to drink, but it's very warm sort of notes compared to the Twofold. Oh right, yes. Lee, because your surname's Kennedy, kids would make assassination jokes. Of course they did. Kids are shitheads. Kids are absolute shitheads. Oh, Justin, you had teachers, thinking you weren't capable of learning anything. Yeah. And I try not to shit on teachers because it's actually not that easy being a teacher, but occasionally teachers do very bad things. There's no two ways about it. Right now, this is Starwood's ginger beer cask. This is a whiskey that was it fully aged or just finished in ginger beer casks? Cult-like following. Delicious union of apparat and red wine. Okay, so it was aged. This is a blend of whiskey that was aged in Australian port and red wine barrels, and then finished in casks that had brewed ginger beer. So that's interesting. It's a blend of whiskies that were initially aged in port and wine barrels and then finished in a ginger beer barrel. And it part of it's probably the power of suggestion, but has definitely picked up some of the ginger, just really light, like in a really nice way. Very sort of gingerbread flavour in there. And finally, for a real contrast, the Texas single malt. Fuck, it's amazing how much this smells like coffee. It smells just like the Mr. Black coffee liqueur. Just coffee and chocolate, basically. Doesn't taste like coffee though. It tastes like molasses or even sort of burnt toffee. Have you ever made your own? I said this last time I did. Have you ever made your own toffees in the kitchen where you melt sugar and whatnot, and so you get that burnt sugar taste? It's basically got a lot of that flavor in it. Palate cleanser. So, Chris, you were a kid. You had a more pronounced scar from your cleft palate until you were about 15. So you'd ask us to go, "Are you hair lip?" Yeah. No. Kids are assholes. Kids will, if you are at all different, kids will just fucking do that. And by kids, I mean me. Okay? I'm not saying other people are bad and I am perfect and wonderful. I mean me. When I was a kid, if you could pick on someone for being different, you would fucking do it. Because I was very low on the social ladder. So if I could find something to exploit someone else and put them lower on the social ladder than me, I'd do it, because kids are assholes. No time for anyone who thinks kids are wonderful, perfect, innocent things. Kids are pieces of shit. And hopefully we grow out of it. So, Chris, when you're younger, you would respond with crying. When you got older, you'd say, I may not have hair lip, at least I'm not a rude asshole. Yeah, maybe I am like that, but I'm not a prick. And nobody, when you got older, your response was to punch people. Yeah, or maybe stab them. Okay. Heidi, you remember a deaf kid having to fight off multiple bullies because he had the electronics hanging out his ear. Yeah, no, kids are fucking psychopaths. I don't think I ever picked on any kid with a disability. But if like someone I didn't like, or I perceived the ability to mark them out as lower on the social ladder than me, because I was like on the second bottom rung. It's like, well, if I can put this motherfucker on the bottom rung, I'm going to do it. So I was not happy with how people treated me at school. But I can't fucking hold my head up. Even in college, actually, every now and then I remember doing a thing at college and go, God, that was fucked. What was I thinking? Why did I do something that fucked to someone? It's like, Jesus. Lee, kids called you alien boy. Again, we were talking Simpsons before. There's one of the more hilarious... Again, there's so many good lines, particularly from the first 10 or so years of The Simpsons. But it's like Homer and Marge are talking about something with some kid taunting another kid. And Marge goes... Actually, Marge, or I forget which one of them says it. Either Marge or Homer says, kids can be so cruel. And Bart's there and overhears that and hears... kids can be cruel. He hears that as kids are allowed to be cruel. It's excusable for kids to be cruel. So Marge goes, kids can be so cruel. And Bart goes, can we? Thanks. And runs off. And then you hear a thump and Lisa go, ow. It's such a beautiful... Oh, yeah, no, autism. Yeah. If you're noticeably different, Lee, whether it's a behavioral, intellectually, physically different, kids will be shitheads about it. Justin, because you said it was Underwood, kids called you underwear. Good God. Oh, yes. So it was a cool name because of the character in House of Cards, but then Kevin Spacey turned out to be a prick. Ooh, didn't he, though? Fucking decades-long sexual harasser. Yep. Oh my God, there's really okay, so that was the Starwood that I just knocked back on some ice. And I was just thinking how light and sweet it is. Really late because that's why I like putting a bit of water or ice in whiskey, because it opens up different flavors. Really late, there was this flavor that was like fruit. It was almost grape. It was very surprising. No, but you're also spectrum diagnosed. Yeah, no, I can understand having PTSD from a fucked childhood. But that's why we are the divergent bunch. I feel like there's very few regulars on the stream, myself included, who wouldn't be called divergent in some area, whether it's neurodivergence, gender divergence, sexuality divergence, political divergence, something. Safa, I don't really remember people getting onto goon bags when I was a teenager. It was like beer, or maybe cheap spirits like Bacardi or Bundaberg rum or something. Oh God, Rottweiler died. What a fucking excellent question. What a fucking killer question. What would Pauline Hansen have been like in school? Okay, Pauline Hansen was either the same as she is as an adult, namely a bully and a racist and a piece of shit, or she was the quiet kid who was bullied by other people, which turned her into a nasty fucking bully as an adult. It's like a retaliation thing. I think that when you get adults who are fucking mean and nasty and awful, they kind of fall into two camps. One is they were always like that. They're just like that their whole life. And the other thing is when they were young, they were the victim. And when they reached adulthood, they sought revenge. And again, it's not to say not all victims of... In fact, only a small minority of victims of bullying end up being nasty fucking bully shitheads as adults. But it does happen. Safi, you reckon she was the bully all along? You might be right, mate. Oh, so Justin, generally, LNP, MPs, absolutely bullies their whole life. Or people like Christopher Pine, who actually submitted to bullies and enjoyed it. That guy, again, the man, that's your kink, being dominated, fine. But I'm pretty sure that's his kink. All right, so this is the tiny bear, watered down a bit. Oh, I might get another bottle of that. That is fucking great. The Tiny Bear single malt is very good. Lee, humans are a product of the environment. I tend to agree with you. There's that age-old question, nature or nurture. Are you always destined to be a particular way, or are you a product of your environment? And I know smarter minds than mine have explored that in a lot of depth, but at a very surface level, I think your environment and what you're exposed to is the bigger part of who you turn into. Yes, Micro, where's the game? Technical problems, man. So I'm just doing shots of whiskey to cheer myself up now. Okay, this is the Starward ginger beer cask. Oh, that is very nice. It's like cake. That one, when you dilute it a bit, has flavors like a ginger cake. Or just a nice bit of gingerbread, basically. Ugh. So nobody, it's possible Pauline Hansen experienced some of the shit you did. You had a bully whose mum's Aboriginal, and in and of itself irrelevant, but he learned to use his race as a weapon against you. Oh, again, and he was probably marginalised and abused for having Indigenous blood, and that makes some people very angry. I received a similar thing when I was at school. So, also, I know full disclosure, I was a nasty sort of racist, homophobic piece of shit when I was at school. But that was normal where I grew up in a country town in the 80s, 70s, 80s. Racist, homophobic was mainstream. I wasn't a fringe thing. The overwhelming majority of people were racist and homophobic. Doesn't excuse it at all, but it was. All right, this is the Texas single malt, diluted a little. Oh. Oh my god. That's sort of got cherries when it's diluted a bit. That burnt sugar flavor diffuses a bit. That's like cherry. Oh my god. I would never have believed, like, only a couple of years ago, like 3-4 years ago at the most, I would not have believed how into whiskey I was going to get. I fucking love whiskey. I try not to be a dick about it, but I fucking love whiskey. And yeah, 3-4 years ago, I was okay. A whiskey sour was one of my favorite cocktails, but that's kind of cheating because you've got all this stuff in, so you're taking the edge off the whiskey. Hello, Abigail. Son's playing Five Nights at Freddy's. All you can hear is jump scares and swearing. Hilarious. I played a little bit of the original Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it was genuinely scary. It's creepy as fuck. There was a movie, I think there's a movie with Nicolas Cage that was basically a knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's. And I want to see it at some point. Nicolas Cage makes the weirdest fucking movies. Justin, you reckon the Liberal MPs would also have been support rich private school kids who were never taught parents? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. They were most LNP MPs never had any limits placed on them and have been fucking psychopaths their whole life. I love that, Lee. People in Adelaide can't tell you came from Victoria, which surprises you. Okay. No, sorry, in what context are the banana splits? I watched the banana splits non-stop as a kid. Safa, is Top Gun a good movie? Top Gun's a pretty good movie. Oh my god, wasn't the sequel meant to come out? What the fuck? Oh god, now I need to know. What the fuck happened to the Top Gun sequel? Yes, the sequel's called Maverick. It's supposed to come out this year. I think they actually finished shooting it like 2 years ago. But, fucking COVID fucked it up. Right, sorry, when's the scheduled release date? May. Okay. Christ, it's not coming out till May. I think they finished it like 2 fucking years ago. And just COVID delays. Jesus. Okay. Jesus. Oh, Safa, Con Air fucking rocks. Con Air fucking rocks. So nobody, you're watching TV series with Nettie playing in the room. Oh, yes. Oh, no. As soon as you and Nettie talk about being together, horny jail for the pair of you. Bonk. Yeah, Noog. Yeah, there was that movie Nicolas Cage did. I forget what it was called, but it was basically Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's a movie coming out that the trailer looks fucking hilarious, where he's actually playing himself and going to see his biggest fan. And the God, he just does, because apparently he can't stop it's called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and it's supposed to come out in March. I saw the trailer on YouTube. You all heard the plane that flew by. Yes, the door is open to let fresh air in, and so you're hearing outside noises. A plane did fly over. It was probably going to Moorabbin Airport, which is not that far away. So it wasn't a big plane. Oh, no, did Nick Cage do a Banana Splits movie? Really? Oh, Micro, you remember Sex Joke's Funny when you were in 8th grade. Have you seen the movie called 8th Grade? That is a fucking great movie. It was written and directed by Bo Burnham. It is such a good movie. Here comes the cherry. I've been saving the cherry. Fucking love those Luxardo cherries. God damn. Oh yeah, nobody. I got a note from my power thing saying, hey, you've used 50% more electricity than last bill. I'm going, yeah, because I've had the fucking air conditioner on, man. I appreciate the heads up, but it's the fucking air conditioner, man. We've got all the doors and windows open in the house now because it's cooling down quite a bit. And it's going to be over 30 every day for the next fucking week. And we don't have any fucking air conditioning. You might get a fucking jacuzzi fucking live stream in the next couple of days. That's all I'm saying. You might get a jacuzzi live stream because I might not be able to function outside of my jacuzzi. And I know you dirty little monkeys would like that. But we'll see. No, but you reckon... yeah, you... Oh, God. You're in Queensland, man. Of course you've got humidity. Lee, your son... Oh, I was having COVID test. Yeah, negative. Oh, man, I think we're all going to fucking get it this year. I seriously... And I'm not looking forward to it. I'm at such risk of complications, sort of with my age, and let's be honest, being a fat bastard... I am at quite severe risk of complications. So, fucking not looking forward to it. Okay, see, no, Dr. Abigail, you in a live stream, people would be up for watching. Me in a hot tub in a live stream, not so much. Also, whenever I've joked about doing a jacuzzi live stream, because it's in an ensuite off our bedroom, Mrs. Angry's always vetoed it because she wants to go to bed and doesn't want stupid shit happening next to the bedroom. So that was a tease from me. Sorry, no hot tub live streams. Michael, you're over COVID. You're not worried. It's just like catching the flu. Look, dude, you're a young, healthy, and quite frankly, sexy young man. You are 99% likely to not suffer. You personally are 99% likely to not suffer any complications from it at all. Like you are... I've never asked if you're vaccinated. If you're vaccinated, you're a young, healthy man. If you're properly vaccinated, you're like, 9,999 times out of a 10,000 not going to die. But you're 99% likely to not even suffer any sort of health complications at all. Me, with my age, and as I said, being a fat bastard, there is a creepy, scary chance of dying. Pretty small because I'm triple vaccinated, but there's somewhere between a 1 in 10 and a 1 in 3 chance of me having health complications that could range from short to medium to permanent disability. So that's not great. That is not something that fills me with a great feeling that if and when I contract COVID, there is an appreciable risk that I'm going to suffer some pretty serious health complications from it. Mike, are you saying that's you? A lazy good for nothing? Is that a health condition? I don't know. Nobody, God help you when COVID comes to you. Fully vaxxed, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's borderline inevitable that probably this year I am going to contract COVID. It would be a minor fucking miracle if I do not contract COVID this year. And again, the overwhelming likelihood for me, if I contract COVID, is I'll be fine. But there is a very disturbing chance, like I said, it's somewhere between 1 in 10 and 1 in 3 chance that I suffer some health complications that last from weeks to months to, God forbid, permanently. Stella in absentia. Hello, you wonderful person. No, you reckon meeting with cheese and wine? Well, I'll do cheese and whiskey, honestly. Yeah, no, Stella, we're all fucking getting COVID this year. It will be a minor fucking miracle if I don't contract COVID this year. My offspring got their booster today. Mrs. Angry's offspring's getting his booster tomorrow. Yeah, you know, it's just, it fucking is what it is, basically. It fucking is what it is. No, the fact that you already have chronic fatigue and the chance for complications from COVID are unfortunately quite high. All right. I'm kind of half Tim Smithed at the moment. Might put my whiskies away. Oh my god, I've got fucking cocktails in the fridge. I've got my coconut cocktails in the fridge. I need to have one of them. Oh yeah, no noog. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude. Johnson, not having a good time? I am also here for it. Okay, I'm going to put my whiskies away. Oof, dude. Okay, standing up. Definitely half Tim Smith at the moment. Fuck it, I'll put those two there. Ugh. What do we got? Another Starwood and a Balcones. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. Do you like this shirt, by the way? I fucking love this shirt. I like all my cocktail shirts, honestly. It's time to meet them up. Why is that there? This bottle of bitters taking up space where it shouldn't. Okay. Cocktail glass. I have cocktails in the fridge. I'm getting really scattered on the Muppet Show tonight. Bom, 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 bom. Alright. I forget which one this is. But this is a coconut aged cocktail. Still, most of the people in your chronic fatigue support group haven't gotten any worse from COVID, so that's good. And you had long COVID before long COVID was a thing. Alright, so we will just pour some cocktail into this glass. I don't even remember which cocktail this is. But I'll probably be able to tell after. Isn't it a beautiful colour though? It's a beautiful colour. Oh my god, it's just so beautifully clear. Sort of red colour. Oh, I can taste the vermouth. I don't think this is the one that's like a Negroni variant. It's really nice though. Oh, man. Okay. I am a fan of coconut aged cocktails. So, yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Abigail. Hearing Stella saying chronic fatigue people haven't felt worse after COVID is pretty good. Stella, someone wants to upgrade your PC, but your computer says no to upgrading. Probably going to have to back up the computer and do a clean install. Damn. So yes, so that's my coconut aged cocktail. I still have my barrel aged cocktail, my super cute 1 litre barrel. I fucking love this barrel. I think it's so cute. I'm going to do a taste test of that on Sunday night. Sunday night, the cocktail will have been aging in the barrel for 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a taste test of it. My plan is to actually leave it for another 2 weeks after that. But that's only a nominal plan. If it's perfect, like if I taste that on Sunday and feel like, oh my God, that is fucking perfect. That is the best thing I've ever had. Then I'm going to drain it into a bottle so it doesn't change anymore. And then I have that perfectly aged cocktail. But if it's like, oh no, that's just kind of interesting, I'll leave it for another 2 weeks and do another taste test after 4 weeks. Micro, you almost bought yourself one of those barrels to make your own rum. Nice. Nice. Okay, so that's a 1 litre bottle. If anyone wants to know where I got that, I can, any Aussie, that is, because I actually got it from an Aussie retailer, New Oak Barrel. Also for Aussies, I was in a Dan Murphy's today, and they had a 5 litre barrel for aging stuff. So, but yeah. So anyway, the cocktail that's in there, I don't even fucking remember. I think it's like a mutant cousin of a Boulevardier. Micro, if you do get a barrel, just be very careful, because when I was looking for barrels to get, I was thinking, oh, that looks okay, and I looked, and there were things like, this is lined with plastic, so whatever you put in never comes into contact with the wood. You want to make sure that the barrel you are getting is wood, so that what you put into it comes into contact with the wood and interacts with the wood. And I was like, ugh. And Steve the bartender gave me the, like, I was just saying, I'd prefer if someone local told me somewhere local where I could physically go and get it, because I don't trust websites. Steve the bartender, who's a very big Australian cocktail channel on YouTube, he said, these guys are good. And I'm just going like, okay, Steve, I'm not saying I'd give you a handy, but I trust you. So I'm going to go with it. And Mrs. Angry got me that for Christmas, and it's fucking great. So I seasoned it with port for a couple of weeks, and then I poured the port out, and then I put a cocktail in it. Then I'm going to, at some point, pour out all the cocktail. Then I'm going to age whiskey in it. I have a 1 litre bottle of Maker's Mark. Because Maker's Mark is a good but not exceptional whiskey. And so by the time I put the Maker's Mark in, the barrel will be thoroughly seasoned. So I want to leave the Maker's Mark in there for at least a couple of months, and then taste it and compare it to some Maker's Mark straight out of the bottle. Because that's just the thing I want to do. Stella, you had a thought. Maybe you leave the install for the IT department to attempt. Nice. Abigail, you got some wine aging in your pantry. Get some barrels and do the same. The barrels are fun. What was funny, sorry, as soon as you said wine, Abigail, today I was out with my offspring. We're getting a couple of things, and we went into the bottle shop off at Coles, and young Ms. Angry said, get some cheap red wine that we can use for cooking, because they like to use red wine in cooking. And because I don't drink wine, there's never wine here. So, okay, let's look. Looking at the cheap wines, and got this Australian red wine for less than $10. And it was just like, fuck yeah, a couple bottles of this. And it's just like, I felt so funny buying a couple of bottles of this cheap as fuck red wine, because it makes me look like an alcoholic. It's like, we are literally only going to use this for cooking, to put flavour in cooking. But I'm just buying a couple of bottles of cheap as fuck red wine. And I thought, oh my god, our first spam bot of the evening. Russian spam bot. Away you go. It's probably telling us to invade Ukraine or something. Damn Russian spam bots. Noog, you got a bottle of Captain Morgan and Tiki probably be half full by October. I don't know. See. Okay, here's a fun thing, which I didn't realize. There are rules that define what rum is, and and those rules actually differ a little from country to country. But in Australia, Captain Morgan does not qualify as rum. So all the Captain Morgan drinks are just called Captain Morgan Spiced, not spiced rum, just Captain Morgan Spiced. And you look at it and it calls it a flavored spirit. Because it's just like a neutral spirit that has flavors in it. It's not actually a rum. Trivia! Abigail, please tell a red wine story. And if you want to, I will share the link so you can tell it in person. Jesus Christ. Okay. I mentioned I wanted to drink a lot to get over my bad mood. I think it's worked. I'm definitely fucking 3/4 Tim Smith at the moment. Micro. Oh, geez. Vegemite. Vegemite is a wonderful food. I think I still have some Vegemite vodka in the fridge because it's disgusting. And in case anyone's wondering what it is, I got some vodka and I put a couple of spoonfuls of Vegemite in it and left it for a couple of weeks. And it's disgusting. Stella. You're in the IT department. Yeah, if it's a work laptop, don't make it your responsibility. Jesus. It's not your responsibility if it's a work laptop. Again, that goes back to the Reagan years, I think, Micro. Pizza's a vegetable. Because there's tomato paste on a pizza, it qualifies as a vegetable if you feed it to kids in school lunches. I think that goes back to the fucking Reagan years, which is my getting back to nostalgia, the 80s. So yeah, Stella, you can either tell Abigail, you can either tell your red wine story in comments, or I will share the link and you can come and tell it. So ages ago, you had a bunch of people over for pre-drinks before you went to a nightclub. One of the more pretentious people bought red wine. Okay. This is warming up. Yeah, no. Reagan, fuck the future. Reagan, fuck the future for the whole planet. Oh. Jesus, that's good. Okay. I swear to God, when I finish these coconut-aged cocktails, and there's like a good minimum 4 or 5 serves of cocktails left from that. When I finish that, I'm just buying some more fucking coconuts. Because that fucking rocks. Coconut-aged cocktails fucking rocks. So Stella, it's your personal PC, but they want you to upgrade to Microsoft wants you to upgrade to Win 11. Am I wrong? Am I forgetting shit? I don't even know. No, but are you going to be pedantic? Tomatoes are veg. That's true. Tomato is technically a fruit. Okay, Abigail's going to share a story with us. I fucking love this. And also, this is going to go out to anyone who wants to come on and share a story. But Dr. Abigail is going to share a red wine story. And I am fucking hanging out for it, quite honestly. But there's the linky. Okay, I'm definitely 3/4 Tim Smith at the moment. Now I just sound like a fucking cartoon hiccuping. God damn, dude. God damn. Stella, fuck alone knows what Microsoft wants. Yeah. You're just going with your IT department. I don't know, because I did... Okay, here is Dr. Abigail. Hello.
Hello.
So you have a red wine story, which I'm super fucking looking forward to.
I do. I can hear myself on your laptop.
Fine. That's okay.
It's echoing.
Sorry.
It's very annoying.
I'm not hearing any
Sounds
echo.
like a you problem.
That is literally what I was about to say. I was literally about to say, that sounds like a you problem. And as I am only halfway through this cocktail...
Anyway, so as I said before, I was at uni and a bunch of people came over to my place for pre-drinks, and we were going to a club on Smith Street. It was called Thursday, which is the best name for a nightclub ever.
Thursday, that's great. I like
Thursday, yeah. And so one of the people who came over was this really pretentious dude, and he brought red wine for reasons, and he said, "Oh yeah, everyone can hear the echo."
Can everyone hear the echo? Okay, I can't. Everyone but me can hear the echo. So,
Sounds like an us problem.
I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so Captain Pretentious comes over and he brings 2 bottles of wine, and he says, when you visit someone, you're supposed to bring wine, one for drinking on the occasion and one for them to keep. And I'm like, this is cringy, but sure, why not? And so I'm not a red wine drinker. I can't stand it. So he asks me to choose one, and I'm like, that one? And it turns out it's okay, but it's red wine. It's tanniny and kind of, and the other one just goes in my pantry. And anyway, we have a good night. It was fun. And 8 years later, I'm
8 years,
cooking,
okay.
8 years later, I'm
Okay.
cooking. Oh, okay. My mic is considerably louder than yours. 8 years later, I'm cooking spag bowl, and I thought, hang on, don't I have some red wine in the pantry? It's been a while. I hope it's still good. So I open it up and I smell it, and I'm like, oh, it smells okay. It hasn't gone off. So I put some in, and then I think, now I've got like this open bottle of wine. So I thought, I'm going to pour a glass, and no shit, it is so good. It's so good. Apparently, red wine ages really well.
Yes,
Who'd have thought?
It does.
Yes. Who'd have thunk it? And so now I have some red wine in my pantry, aging.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. And
So that's my red wine story.
Yep. I just have some cheap as fuck red wine that I bought today. But yeah, I could
Aged
age
one
it in
day.
the barrel. It'd probably taste. I've seasoned the barrel really well. I'm like I said, I have a plan. I've seasoned the barrel with port. Well, it's Australia again. This is a fun thing. This happened sometime in the last 10 or 20 years. The European Union declared you could only call stuff port if it came from particular places in Europe.
Oh, okay.
And you
Otherwise,
could
it's
only-
just sparkling fortified wine.
Exactly. And you could only call stuff sherry if it came from particular places.
Okay.
And I think sherry is a Spanish thing. I don't know. I've fucking forgotten. Kirsten
And
is
speaking of which,
Captain Morgan.
nowhere
Again.
on here does it say rum.
No, it is basically a neutral spirit with flavors, which is that's
Yes.
you know, fuck it. That's
says
great.
it's a spiced spirit-based drink.
Yeah, it's basically vodka that has flavors in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is. It's basically vodka that has flavors in it.
Sure.
But it's probably a sugar-based vodka. There's this sort of general thing. People think vodka is a potato-based thing. It's not. It's just vodka means a neutral spirit. Most vodka is a grain-based spirit. Captain Morgan might be a sugar-based neutral spirit with flavors in it. I don't know. No rules as far as Captain Morgan's concerned. Captain Morgan is going, oh,
Yeah.
you all want me to conform to rules to be rum? How about fuck you?
Yes. And Stella, correct. Better than it tasting like ham cider.
Okay, now, Stella, you are just saying that, but Abigail lived
You
it.
didn't have to drink it. Oh,
Abigail,
that was bad.
myself, and Nettie drank this French cider that had been sitting in my fridge for 6 years, and we're like, let's finally open it. And you go, is it my imagination or does this taste like ham? No, it's gone off. It tastes like ham. Oh, it was the weirdest thing. As soon as someone said this tastes like ham, we're just like, it does. It tastes
it
like
does,
ham.
yeah.
Ham cider was like the worst thing. It was just like fucking hell. My God. Oh my God. And it was
And
just
yes,
the
wine
reason that
turns to
happened
vinegar.
is I bought it for New Year's Eve. It was a French cider and it had a cork and so you could pop it. But then Mrs. Angry went to bed before midnight, so I didn't pop it. And the year after she went to bed before me. And so it got to the stage where I think I'd had it for 5 or 6 years, and then Nettie and Abigail were at my place for Christmas. I go, you know what? I'm fucking opening
was-
this cider.
New Year's Eve.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh my God. We're not joking.
That was such a good night.
A, very good night. B, our midnight drink tasted like ham. Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
my God.
which version of Voice Meter did you end up installing?
banana? Was that it?
Okay.
I don't know.
That's-
There's like
that's the
okay.
most-
For those who don't know,
'Cause-
this particular software. Yeah, no, that. Yeah.
So you got the big one. That's potato.
No, I didn't get potato because I looked it up. There are 3 versions of Voice Meter you can download. There's a basic one, free.
Yeah.
I downloaded Banana, which is a more fully featured free one, and Potato
Okay.
you are meant to pay for.
Yes. I have paid for this.
Yeah. So I downloaded Banana, but okay, if you are going to commit to come over for a tech support thing tomorrow and you think we should do Potato, I will pay for Potato. So it's like
Cool. Well, I
If-
mean,
if-
the free one will work. It's just, it's not intuitive software to use. So,
But I watched a video how to set it up, and I followed the steps
Yep.
in the video, and I had it fucking this afternoon. I'm sure I had it working, and then I came up for the stream
Yep.
like the fucking piece. What the fuck? Why is it not working? Fuck it.
okay.
So, fuck it. Abigail's going to sprinkle some fucking help desk
Some-
magic on my computer tomorrow.
Did you also, did you need a virtual audio cable for it as well? Because
I
the
don't
same
know.
dude who wrote this, he wrote software that it's basically an in-software audio cable. So you can output
Okay.
to this cable and then it inputs, and
Right.
it's,
So-
I use 4 of them.
So if you come over tomorrow, pre the fucking live stream, I will
Yep.
bribe you with some dinner and drinks, and we will test some stuff and install some stuff, and then so anyone who's paying attention to particularly my YouTube might see some test stuff. We might do a couple of test streams. The real live stream will start at 8 like it normally does. So if Abigail comes over tomorrow, I shall bribe Abigail with dinner and drinks.
Cool.
And
Sounds
we
good.
will do text. So the rest of you, if you see a thing prop up in your thing saying Angry Aussie's gone live, please join it and then tell me if shit is working, because we will be doing tests to see if shit is working.
Yes.
But also, I don't necessarily... Okay, tomorrow night, I don't necessarily... Abigail, if you're going to hang out for the live stream, I don't necessarily want to be doing Red Dead Redemption. Although, Who knows?
I
If it's
don't mind.
working,
Like,
we-
I want to
we
get
might.
this. I want to get this working for you. So
Yeah.
if we'd like do a bit of Red Dead, like good
Yeah, a
half
bit of
an
Red
hour or
Dead to
so,
get it
get
working,
it
yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So tomorrow might be all sorts of fun. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen tomorrow? I don't. I absolutely don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
All I know is that I will be wearing clothes.
Yes.
There
Okay,
may
yes,
or may not be a hot tub.
I don't want to disappoint anyone. No, Mrs. Angry has pretty much ruled out us doing streams from the hot tub. Not because she's worried about any debauchery, Abigail being gay, but it's just like she's just gone. I don't want you to disturb my sleep, because we actually raise it. It's like, oh, we could just go in and do a stream from a hot tub, and she's going like, fuck you people, I'm trying to sleep. And it's like, oh, okay, sure, okay, whatever. So
That's the reason.
That's
nothing
the
to do with the hot
only
tub.
that's the only reason we're not doing a hot tub stream, because it absolutely wouldn't be sexual, but Mrs. Angry just doesn't want her sleep
would've-
interrupted.
That would have made that New Year's Eve after party next
Fucking
level.
hell. No, I don't even want to think. I don't even want to think. You know? Again, because a bunch of us, because like you and anyway, a bunch of us just being totally non-sexual friends, but possibly being completely willing to do a nude hot tub stream in an after party. that might sound strange, but we would have done it, an absolutely non-sexual hot tub stream. But Mrs. Angry said,
dear.
"Don't fuck up my sleep, you bastards." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Okay, whatever."
What we need to do is order a hotel room for the night for her.
No, you can book suites that have hot tubs.
Of course.
No.
So for us then.
I'm saying that because I've looked into it, and it's just like, oh. And
Oh,
also,
dear.
Stella, you're a bad person, and I love it. What about some debauchery with Mrs. Angry? Yep, no, you're a bad person.
Stella's amazingly debaucherous.
I love it. It's good. God, it's 9:50. Okay, this is probably going to go a little bit late. I'm supposed to work tomorrow, but you know, I'm just going to drink some water now. So.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
As
That's
the
what
French say.
The French like to say. The French like to say that.
This echo is killing me.
I don't know what's causing the echo, and I don't know how to stop it. If I could, I would. Stand on the rock where Moses stood. Pharaoh's army got drowned. Oh yeah, don't you weep,
Hey.
don't you mourn. Sorry.
Guess what I'm doing on Tuesday for the first time in like 2 years.
Ooh, what are you doing on Tuesday for the first time in 2 years? Oh, you're getting a haircut.
Yep.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes. I have not even had a trim since about May last year. And I don't even know if my barber, who's in the CBD of Melbourne, I don't know if he's still in business. What's that?
And I got a bunch of colour as well.
Oh, you've got some colours. Nice.
Yes. So I'm going to get my lady friend to help me colour. And after I've had it cut.
Yep. What we've noticed, because Mrs. Okay, so anyone who's followed me at all will realise COVID made me stop colouring my hair, and I also grew it out, so it's grey and long as opposed to short and coloured, which it was for 15 years on YouTube. Mrs. Angry kind of, after me growing it out for a year, Mrs. Angry kind of took me as a muse. She stopped colouring her hair and grew it for a while, but then she started going, I'm going for wacky stuff. She started putting like purple colour in her hair and whatnot. And what we've noted is when we go out and she's got some colour in her hair, younger ladies, like 20s and whatnot, see the older lady with colour in her hair, they love it. They just go like, fuck yeah. a
Yeah.
role model, an older lady who's just going like, fucking wearing color in her hair. And so she gets compliments from women whenever we go out, which is wicked. Whereas my hair doesn't get compliments from it. My shirts, when certain venues I go to, when I wear my cocktail shirts, people go like, love the shirt. The shirt's good. I like that. And yeah, Abigail, you were there when you and I and Nettie went
Yes,
out
and
to the tiki
the
bar.
tiki bar.
They
Yeah.
were loving the cocktail shirt I had. Well, some of them were.
It
there was
wasn't a
that one-
tiki. It wasn't tiki
No,
cocktails
it
either.
wasn't
It
a
was just
tiki shirt.
generic.
And so
Yeah.
one of the people were going, he didn't like the fact the shirt I was wearing referenced a gin and tonic. But the guy who was at the bar who actually owned the place was telling him to shut the fuck up. Like, no, that's a wicked shirt. We love
Yeah,
this
because
guy.
that guy
Look
was
after this guy.
so on drugs.
Yeah, what?
And
he was
so defensive. He was so defensive about it. And
Yeah.
when we went back, because Nettie, Nobody, and I went back
Yeah.
when Nobody was in town, and that guy was there, and he was still defensive about it.
I love it. For
Yeah.
anyone who comes to Melbourne, in the CBD, it's the only tiki bar in the CBD, I think, called the Luau, Luwow. And it's fun. They do very good drinks, and they do good snacky food too.
These are my antenna because I'm an alien.
You're doing Star Trek now, okay?
Yeah, I'm an Andorian. Sorry, just responding to something Stella said in
I'm
chat.
still saying talking with us like talking with aliens. We are definitely aliens. There's no two ways about
I
it.
was abducted by by aliens when I was younger. You bastards haven't taken me back home yet.
That's fair. Yeah. But
So yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, Stella was saying how my hair is long, and like I like it long,
it is nice.
but it just it's so hard to look after compared to short hair. It's just I
that's
don't know
why
what to do. Yeah,
I kept my
So I don't know
my
how- I-
hair short for 30 years because it's so easy.
yeah.
And by short, I mean back and sides was a number 3 or 4.
Yep.
And the top was done with scissors, but it was very short. But for the last 2 years, I've been growing it out, and I've had 2 or maybe 3 trims in the last 2 years, and this is getting. I'm feeling no. This is not quite the longest my hair has ever been, but it's really close. It is very close.
I have to brush this hair at least twice a day because it just gets
Yeah.
knotted up.
Yeah.
And I think that's a function of I haven't had it trimmed in the
Yeah.
past 2 years because of COVID.
Yeah. So who's still saying that's a reference to
Oh,
COVID?
okay. Yeah.
Life being totally normal. Oh shit, yeah. Western Australia, you are borderline normal compared to us. Jesus. Yeah. And yes, Nobody, random comment. Those who are interested know what it's like to touch your long hair and run
thank
fingers
you.
through it. Oh my god. Okay, you just had to sexualize
Horny
it.
jail.
Because I
Honk.
personally want to run my fingers through Nobody's hair. And then he brings Nettie, and yes, thank you, Abigail, for bonking him into horny jail there. It's like, okay.
I just thought of the worst thing. I'm not going to say
I don't
it,
know. I don't know
but
if I thought of the
I just-
worst thing or the best
no,
thing.
I did.
No,
No,
I was visualizing. Nobody saying with Nettie with the fingers. I'm visual. I'm not saying I watch a lot of pornography, but you know, pornography exists.
Yeah.
And
There's more than head hair, is all I'm going to say. and
Oh no,
leave it
that's
at
not where I was going.
That's where I went.
I was literally just going for the head hair. But no, and nobody's trying to protest. He didn't say it was sexual. That was us. Yes, that was us. That was us. Yeah. Also, if anyone's wondering, this
dear.
is water because
If
just 'cause it is.
If anyone's wondering, this is whiskey. This is and cola. This is I haven't got much
Whiskey.
left actually.
Which
This
one is that?
twofold.
Ah, Twofold is such a nice whiskey.
It's so
well,
good.
It's the first time I've bought it in about a year because I was just going. I was trying to get the cherries. I've still got a few Luxardo cherries, but damn you, COVID and supply chain stuff.
Oh.
Nobody has these
Oh.
cherries anymore.
It's called the silly chain now.
The what?
The supply chain is called the silly chain
Why is it called the silly chain?
because Stella was calling it the supply chain and autocorrect turned it into the silly chain. So now it's the silly chain.
It's the silly chain
Yep.
because it is pretty silly.
It is.
pretty
It's pretty silly. So many things can go wrong.
Nobody's saying we should just ask Nettie what it's like to touch his hair. I just think Nettie's gonna. No, sorry, I was just gonna say something. I was gonna say something pretty crass then about how Nettie would react to being reminded about running her fingers through nobody's hair. Say mop and bucket to aisle 3. That's what I'm saying. That's what. So. Okay. Water's great. Nettie's gonna come back maybe tomorrow and go, "What the fuck were you saying about me last night?" We're just saying you're horny. That's all we were saying.
Yeah.
We're saying you and nobody should be in horny. Yeah, Stella's saying the supply chain is fucking silly. It is.
yeah.
Fucking silly.
No lies detected.
Yeah, like kids should drive forklifts. Scott Morrison, Galaxy Brain. Scott Morrison just went kids driving forklifts. It's just like
Did he really?
yeah, and then all the state premiers went, "Shut the fuck up! Seriously, you fucking moron."
Wow.
Do you know how dangerous forklifts are? Do you know people get killed all the time in forklift accidents in fucking warehouses? Shut the fuck up, you fucking
I gotta
idiot.
look this up. He actually said that.
Well, no, he said maybe we should look at maybe 16-year-olds should be allowed to drive forklifts. And then there was a national cabinet meeting where all the state premiers went, "Shut the fuck up." And then Morris in front of the press conference said, "We collectively decided not to do that." And what he's glossing over is every state premier said, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot."
Yeah. Wow.
It's just like, shut the fuck up.
Galaxy Brain. Damn.
It's like Galaxy Brain Scott Morrison is like, but what if kids did all the difficult jobs? And it's like, oh my God.
But what if child labor?
Yeah, send the kiddies down the coal mines. And it's just like,
Yeah.
no one's ever thought about that historically, having children in coal mines. Maybe we should do that. It's like, Scott Morrison, fuck off, honestly. It's like, Jesus
Go back to
Christ.
marketing.
Oh my God. That guy sucks so much. And in the UK, you've literally got actual Tories telling Boris Johnson he needs to resign and get the fuck out because he fucked everything so badly. They're all embarrassed. And basically, Boris Johnson is about 100 times more competent than Scott Morrison. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I
Safa,
mean,
call the
Boris
election
Johnson.
dickhead.
Boris Johnson plays the role of a buffoon, but it's very calculated the way he does it.
Yes.
Whereas ScoMo is a buffoon.
Yeah. Boris Johnson worked out years ago, if I have this public persona of being a daffy buffoon, I can get away with implementing my satanic policies. Whereas Scott Morrison is just thick as shit. So he just says stuff and it's just like, he's not playing a buffoon. He is a buffoon.
He just is.
He's just fucking stupid. He is so fucking stupid. It's mind-boggling how stupid Scott
Mega
Morrison
Leech
is.
sent you a picture. I hope
Did you?
it's above the belt.
Is it on? I don't. I'm
I question your sexuality, Angry.
I do all the time. Okay. Now I've just got to work out, because this is a new laptop. On which of the browsers am I logged
Exactly,
into?
Stella. Exactly. Yeah.
On which of the browsers am
Good.
I logged into Facebook? Let me just try.
It's bad enough that kids that young can drive cars, let alone forklifts.
Dun, dun. It's time to raise the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. Bom, 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 bom. Okay, on my new laptop, I have not logged into Facebook at all. So that's just concerning. That means...
Is it though?
No, it is, because what that
Okay.
means is I'm going to have to remember my Facebook
Your
login.
password.
Oh, deep sigh.
I'm so glad I stopped using Facebook.
I am borderline going to, because I am actually, I'm in Facebook jail at the moment. And
Oh, really?
you won't believe what I'm in Facebook jail for.
That
It's
sounds
for call-
clickbaity.
It is. No, it does, doesn't it? It does. And I have been tempted to do a video about this. I'm not joking. I am in Facebook jail for calling a racist a piece of garbage. That is
Wow,
what
how dare you?
And I'm in Facebook jail for that because previously I was in Facebook jail for calling someone a cunt. So there is
Damn.
now a very low bar for me being put in Facebook jail, because in the last
Yep.
12 months
You're
I've
on
been in
Zuck's radar.
the last 12 months I've been in Facebook jail 6 times, and several of them have been quite extreme when I've lost my rag at someone and I've just gone, fuck you, you piece of shit fucking inbred cunt, I fucking hate you, I hope you fucking die. And Facebook's gone, that's not cool. And I'm like, oh, fuck you, Facebook. And they're gone. So,
And yet,
but my
I
personal favorite, I'm not joking. They told me I was in Facebook jail for calling someone garbage. They said, you can get in Facebook jail for comparing someone to something that's bad, like calling them a potato. So, and that just made me
Potatoes are
laugh.
awesome, though.
It is. It's fucking awesome. It's so fucking funny. I'm not even mad. It's just like Facebook said you can get in Facebook jail for calling someone a potato, and I'm like, yeah, no,
That's
that
not
rocks.
an insult.
No, that fucking rocks. And what was hilarious is because I got in Facebook's bad books for calling several people cunts. And so now literally anything I do that's slightly off color gets me on Facebook jail. And they're not joking. I'm in 7 days Facebook jail for calling someone garbage.
Wow.
And I laughed for quite a while when they said, if you compare someone to something that's bad, you can get banned, like calling them a potato. And I just fucking laughed. I went, seriously? I'll get in Facebook jail for calling someone a potato? Okay. Fuck.
So
I
Stella's
literally
saying,
can't say anything on Facebook now.
yeah. So Stella's saying she's on Telegram. I don't even know what Telegram is.
That's the Nazi social media network.
Is it?
Yes, Telegram's a Nazi social media network. I'm trying to remember my fucking Facebook login, and this is probably going to go badly, but I'll give it a go. Okay. Password. I think I remember. All right, let's try that. I think that's what my Facebook login is. Come on. No, that's not right. Okay, but the password's wrong. Oh, no. Password. I know it's probably this. Let me try that. I entered an old password. I cannot fucking deal. Sorry, Mega Leech, I can't fucking deal at the moment. I am several
Maybe send it on
beverages in.
Discord, and Angry can get it there.
Stella's saying
Oh, okay.
Telegram has said it's only non-Nazi stuff, so it's nice. Where's my
And
phone?
that it's just no rules. So she's in a gardening group, and no one is cunty. So
What I love
enough.
about the various bogus social media things that have been aimed at right-wingers, they've all turned out to be massive fucking scams to farm people's personal data, which is absolutely hilarious as far as I'm concerned. Okay. I just want to know what Megaleech sent me, basically. Okay. I'm just going to try to think. I am a moderator, an admin on a couple of Facebook groups for YouTubers. And when people request to join and I get non-Anglo names, my immediate, admittedly racist response is, this is going to be a spammer who's outside of Australia and I'm going to block them. And there's two of them. And okay, here's the fun thing. The question we ask on this Run YouTuber group is, where in Australia are you from? Please note we don't accept people from outside Australia. Second question is, what's your YouTube channel? The third question is, we have rules, particularly don't spam it. Have you read the rules? And this person, who is from Jaipur in Rajasthan, answered all three questions yes. So in the question, where in Australia are you from? They've said yes. What's your YouTube channel? They've answered yes. Do you promise not to spam us? They've said yes. I'm going, I don't quite believe them. I'm going to decline their thing. And this guy didn't even answer the questions. So fuck you. Megaleech sent me a message. So I'm looking. Yeah, sure. Fucking whatever. Megaleech sent me a... Oh, it's a fucking forklift question.
Ah,
I've
I
seen
see what
that.
you mean by lost its relevance.
Yeah, a few people, because there are a couple of kids' toys. They're like kid-sized forklifts. So a lot of people have been sharing images of these toys of kids in kids' toy forklifts in response to Scotty from marketing saying people under 18 should be operating forklifts.
Scotty.
Scotty. Stella's saying you're in local groups of the Goldfields. The groups with Nazis.
Scotty doesn't know.
I don't know.
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty's got it.
Scotty doesn't know. What isn't that song about wanting to bang someone's mum? I'm just
No, it's about that's Stacey's mum.
That's right. Stacey's mum about wanting to
No,
bang
the one about
girlfriend's mum.
Scotty is someone who is banging Scotty's girlfriend currently, like literally during the song.
Again, that's naughty's pop, isn't it? It's just like
It's punk pop.
yeah,
Naughty's punk pop. Yeah.
It's just like Stacey's mum has got it going on. So the guy who's doing the vocalizing for this song goes to school with Stacey, and Stacey thinks he's hitting on her, and it's like, no, he actually wants to bang Stacey's mum, and it's like, that's American Pie, that's Stifler's mum. And again, if anyone wonders if people are too young to know where the term MILF comes from, Mum I'd like to fuck, that's from American Pie, with the nerd in the group is just saying, like the bully in the group, Stifler, his mum is hot, and he's just going like, I'd like to fuck his mum. And it's just like,
Milk.
and it's
Yeah.
like porn now. I'm not gonna say porn is shallow, but when they talk about MILFs in porn, it's anyone who's not hyper skinny who looks older than about 20. So it's like if you've got actual boobs, you're a MILF, which is super weird. And it's not because seriously, anyone over 16 could be a mum technically. But where it really comes from is American Pie, when you're in high school and someone's mum who's in their 40s is just like, yeah, she's kind of hot. I could fuck her.
And yes, Chris, Matt Damon sing the other song, Scotty.
Scotty.
It's in a movie about. I've seen it. A bunch of Americans go to Europe. It's a teen comedy.
Euro trip.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Yeah. Also, Matt Damon has a super weird cameo in Deadpool 2 where Cable comes back from the future and there's these two rednecks on the back of a pickup and one's going like, you know what the trick is? It's like you don't want to just use toilet paper, you want to use a wet wipe and you clear it all out and maybe afterwards use a bit of toilet paper to clean up there. That's Matt Damon wearing prosthetic fat suit.
Also
Jesus.
You know the invisible dude
is Brad Pitt.
Is Brad Pitt. Yes. And you see him ever so briefly when he hits the electrical
power lines.
Wires.
There's a microsecond where you get Brad Pitt, and it's just because fucking Ryan Reynolds is everyone's friend, and Ryan Reynolds just calls someone up and says, I want this really fucking dumb thing in my next movie where you're in it for a couple of seconds. Will you do it?
A couple of frames.
And they go, sure, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, the fucking squad he builds up, the only famous one is, what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Terry Crews.
There was, prior to Deadpool coming out, there was no publicity at all that Terry Crews was in it. And it was when Deadpool is putting his squad together, it was just like, you people I love you. It's just, again, okay, you've sucked me in because this is a commercial product which is designed to do nothing but get me to pay money to watch it. Fucking work, dude. It fucking worked. It's just like, and it's like, does Ryan Reynolds, besides playing the same character in every movie he's been in for the last 20 years, and again, there was an article someone ran like, oh, people are sick of Ryan Reynolds playing the same character in every movie. And it turned into a meme with all these people going, no, we're not. We are absolutely, we love where Ryan Reynolds is this same self-aware character breaking the fourth wall in every movie he's been in for the last 10 years. And it's great. We love it.
Yeah.
We want him to keep doing it. It's like when he was in that one. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I have to use the little doctor's room.
Okay, you go to the little doctor's room and I'll wait for you.
Sure.
Ryan Reynolds' most recent thing was a Netflix movie called Red Notice that has The Rock and Wonder Woman in it and whatnot. And he's basically playing Deadpool in that without wearing the Deadpool costume because he's breaking the fourth wall and being very self-referential. But it's dumb as hell, but quite enjoyable. And it's like, I periodically enjoy shit where you just turn your brain off. It's like, my brain is not going to be involved in this exchange of stimulation. Just all my base responses are, Alexander, hello. What happened to dude. Technical problems. But Abigail's going to come over for a tech support visit tomorrow, so it might actually work. I've bribed Abigail with cash and alcohol. So Abigail's doing tech support. Dude, it fucking didn't work. But Abigail might set shit up so I know how to actually run Red Dead Redemption 2. People seem to want to watch me playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I understand because it's a fucking enjoyable game. But yeah, so we're going to do that. What is it now? 10:20. I'm just going to fucking keep going for a while. Fuck it. I think I need some more water though. I'm going to drink a little bit more water. Stacy's mom has gotta go. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Okay, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to drink any more alcohol because I'm kind of scuttered at the moment. Again, we use Tim Smith as the benchmark. I think, oh Jesus Christ, I definitely because I'm not a piece of shit, and Tim Smith is a piece of shit. If Tim Smith was as pissed as me now, he would drive the car. I won't go anywhere. Hello, Abigail's back.
She's back. Hello.
Back again. I was personally just getting into how Tim Smithed I am at the moment.
Ah, okay.
75%. I think I'm getting there. But
I'm
absolutely.
tipsy.
I'm not safe to drive the car. I haven't been safe to drive a car for a while now.
Yeah. Yes,
But also
because
'cause
you've
I'm
already started repeating yourself a bit. So
I love Abigail
yeah.
points out, why do you say the same thing 3 times? Oh, kind of because I'm pissed. I'm also thinking Bo Burnham has a song which is from about 10 years ago called Repeat Stuff, which is hilarious because he's taking the piss out of pop stars like Justin Bieber, essentially. It's like how to have a successful pop song is repeat stuff. And he says you have to make the song so imprecise any girl will think you're talking about her. So I love your kind of browny, greeny, bluey eyes. And it's like, and it's a really funny song. And it's from, is in his special, it was the special before Make Happy. And I forget what that was called. But I did see, and because the joy of YouTube, you watch a video and it says, oh, here's some videos that are kind of related to that video. So I watched some Bo Burnham videos and it suggested a bunch of Bo Burnham interview videos. And he said, oh yeah, I found out for this special I was doing that had the Repeat Stuff song in it, which is essentially saying, this sketch is essentially saying Justin Bieber makes shit music. I found out, someone told me afterwards, Justin Bieber came to one of my shows, and that was when he was dating a female pop star, I forget which one, but they snuck in after the lights went down. Their people had them like, yeah, you can, we'll wait till the lights go down so no one sees you and you can sneak into your seat. And they watched the show. And then I have this song that is basically shitting on Justin Bieber. And he's saying to this interviewer, I don't hate Justin Bieber. I don't want him to come to one of my shows and then just think I'm shitting on him. But it's just like, oh my God, he came to one of my shows. And about halfway through, there was this whole sketch where I was just basically, I never mentioned Justin Bieber, but I am clearly shitting on Justin Bieber's music. And he's just like, oh, I didn't know he was in the fucking show when I did that. It was so funny. And it was just Bo Burnham going, oh, I want to shit on Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber's not there. When he came to one of my shows and was sitting there going, "This is funny," and then it would have penetrated him. This is me. He's fucking shitting on me right now. It's just like, oh my god. Because again, Bo
Stella,
Burnham does not
I
seem
use
like
the
a
same
terrible
metric.
person. So, Stella, repeating is the easiest way. Oh, no. Abigail has called me out repeatedly. Like, do you know you said the same thing 3 times in one sentence? And it's like, shut up. It's just
You smell.
yeah. So I say the same thing repeatedly, but you've got cooties. And it's just like, oh my god,
dear.
it's ridiculous.
It's very
Okay,
nice of you, nobody,
I
to
live in
borrow
fear.
your brother's car.
I live in fear of Bo Burnham being outed as an abuser or a
Yeah.
because I fucking love his shit, and it's just like that would just be typical if someone whose stuff I love.
I remember someone Me Too'd Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I'm like, come on. But it turns out he was it wasn't as clear cut as what she said, and he was what's the word? I think she was just spiteful.
Look, from what I've heard, Neil deGrasse Tyson bangs groupies.
Oh, he's married though.
No, but from what I've heard, he bangs groupies. And again, I could be wrong. That's this huge disclaimer.
I've not heard that.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, please don't sue me if you're completely wrong. But
Allegedly, in my opinion,
allegedly,
in Minecraft.
we're in Minecraft when attractive women come to Neil deGrasse Tyson saying, "Please insert your penis here." He says, "Okay."
Okay, so what I've heard is that I heard the account of what this I think she was an undergrad, or no, sorry, she was a PhD student, and she went to his place and he hit on her, and she left, and it was a bit gross, and that was it. That's what I'd heard, and apparently it wasn't as clear cut as what she'd said. So
okay, from what I heard, multiple women said stuff about Neil deGrasse. Again, but it was nothing more. It was nothing worse than or better than he bangs groupies. So the again, he's one of those ones where it's a bit weird that it's not non-consensual, but there's a power imbalance because he's a celebrity and they're an ordinary person.
Yep.
And they say like, "Oh, I'm so turned on by you. I wish you would bang me." And he goes, "Okay." And it's like, I'm trying to think who's a similar one.
I'm gonna have to look into this.
Again, please look it up because I could be wrong. And
okay,
Neil deGrasse Tyson, don't sue me. But yes, it's bad. I'm trying to think. Okay, now I need to look up because my brain's not working because I've had a lot of cocktails. Indian comedian, Me Too.
What's a good source?
I don't know.
Because I don't want to
Aziz.
look at...
Okay, here's the one I was thinking of. Aziz Ansari, who is... I forget if his family's either Indian or Pakistani, but he's a very hip with it, sort of lefty comedian, and I think his stuff's good. And then a woman posted a thing about things that went wrong. She had a date with Aziz Ansari. And you read it, and it's like... That's I don't know. That's into this grey area of not so. She said she felt uncomfortable with all this stuff, but she didn't know what to say. And it's like he was going down on her and she was like, I didn't want to go this far and I didn't say anything. It's like it's kind of like you're describing a date that didn't want to go the way you went, and it's not so. I felt like that one was not so much an reflection on Aziz Ansari as a reflection on just the power imbalance between men and women in hetero relationships. And this woman was like, this is not exactly what I want, but I don't feel capable of saying this is not what I want. And so you read it, and he's going down on her, and she's like, I wish this wasn't happening, but I don't know what to say. And he did not respond to that very well. But it's like, man, okay, life's complicated, isn't it? And it's like,
Yes.
and again, a celebrity having sex with a non-celebrity is kind of fucked just by definition. And it's like, you go, well, you know, they came on to me on a club or whatever, and they really wanted it. So, and I was horny, so I wanted to have sex with them. And they never said no, so I thought everything was okay. But the other person was like, there's such a power imbalance here, I don't feel able to say no. And it just gets weird. And it also makes me think of the dude who was The Streets. I forget what his real name is, but he recorded music under the name The Streets. It's Mike something. But it's like his third or fourth album. He has a couple songs about he's so famous he doesn't have relationships with people who aren't famous anymore. And there's a track on this album where he's gone like, when you're famous, everyone wants to have sex with you. But when you're in a relationship with someone who's also famous, it feels like when you weren't famous, because it's like weird. And what he was basically confessing is there was this 5-year period where I was getting more and more famous. I had groupies fucking coming on to me everywhere. And then there was a period where I was a star, and I had a relationship with another star, and there wasn't a power imbalance, and it was really weird. And because I'd had several years of women just throwing themselves at me, and I was like, yeah, I was having sex with groupies and one, and then I was having sex with a pop star, and I don't want to get sued, so I'm not going to say who everyone says who the pop star obviously was, but it was a very prominent female British pop star, and his song was like, oh yeah, when you're famous, you can get girls really easy, but when you get involved with someone who's also famous, it feels like when you weren't famous, because they don't give a shit that you're famous because they're famous too. And he just says, oh, that initially felt like it was going to be good, and then it all fell apart because we were both weird, super famous people. And I don't know what point I was going to try and make there.
Yeah, hang on. I'm being.
So you've got to answer something there, Abigail. Yeah, I get it. So, oh, Abigail just got another drink. Oh, that's okay. Abigail's giving an appraisal of the drink. That's okay. Trying to think, what's the time? Christ, it's 10:30. Okay. Oof. Might stay up a little bit longer. I don't think I want to drink any more alcohol though. But I've got my little skull.
I'll be with you soon. I just trying to interact with teenager.
You got to work
off
something
screen.
out. That's fine. Yeah. Got my coconut aged cocktail in a skull decanter. Oh my god, this is terrible, the noises I make. I'm just going to put this back in the fridge. Okay. Gonna put... Okay, fridge closed. That's okay. Come on. Come on, come on. What else do I want to drink? I have some port up there. Kind of thinking like... the port that I aged in my barrel might be yummy. Might put a bit of ice in my glass. Again, port on ice. What sort of fucking animal does that? This type of animal. This animal right here considers drinking port on ice. But I might initially drink a little port not on ice.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. You had stuff to work out. That's okay.
Yes.
Right. I'm thinking like alcoholic beverage.
Speaking of alcoholic beverage,
Some port that I used to season my little cask, which currently has a cocktail in it. This fortified wine was in the cask for a couple of weeks. So I haven't just sipped port for a while. And again, this is to do with the fucking EU protected names. It's an Australian, so it's not port. It's a tawny.
so what do you do with the fortified wine once you've seasoned the barrel? So that's in the
I put it back in a fucking bottle, and we are going to
Yeah.
drink it eventually. Because both Mrs. Angry and I, on occasion, like sipping a bit of port. So,
Fair enough.
and it's nice. It is. It's sweet. Again, it's not as alcoholic as spirits, but it's more alcoholic than your average wine. Hence the name.
Yes.
Fortified.
fortified.
Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the mid range between wine, which tends to be between
in the
5 and
fridge.
10% alcohol. Fortified wines tend to be about 15 to maybe 20% alcohol. And then spirits
Yeah.
tend to be 35 to 40% alcohol.
Nobody. I just got that article. I'll read it in a bit
So nobody's going to go
because my phone is not playing nice at the moment.
That's fair.
I need new
Alexander's
phone.
saying- Alexander's on the last holiday, friends. You were so Tim Smith. You got out of the hot tub for a refill, came back with red wine with ice in it. That's what dude. At that point, you totally ruined your hot tub date. You were like having this mad hot tub date, and you were so Tim Smith. You decided coming back with red wine on ice was a good idea. And at that point, dude. I'm saying that as I'm tempted to put ice in my... I'm like, it's nice. I specifically got this one from Dan's. I was looking for fortified wines at Dan's when I wanted to season the barrel. This is an Australian tawny that's made with white wine grapes, because most ports or tawnies are made with red wine. And this was
What's a
actually
tawny?
Australians aren't allowed to call their fortified wine port. That actually has to come from Portugal now. That's an EU rule. Sherries have to come from Spain. So all the Australian makers who for decades were marketing their wines under the name sherry, they call it Apera now. A-P-E-R-A. So Apera is Australian sherry. Tawny is Australian port. So because of these EU rules, sherries have to come from Spain. Port, again, Kirsten's not here to provide me with the real answer. So in the face of anyone stopping me, what the ever-loving fuck is that? That's someone
That
with a
is a
cat that's bigger than them.
A 2-year-old Maine Coon.
Jesus Christ. And also, I think that's possibly from YouTube, from iPhone wide-angle lenses, which make stuff look really weird. But that is a fucking big cat.
Yeah. Here's another one.
Maine Coons get so fucking... Maine Coons are the size of fucking dogs, essentially. They're so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah,
Also,
I
I'm
want
just saying
one.
that because I remember when, I think it was about 2 generations ago, iPhones got these much bigger cameras that had like wide angle lenses. And it was like, yeah, ladies on dating apps, don't believe the photos you see of the dick pics, because the wide angle on these iPhones can make dicks look outrageously huge. So, again, having grown up as the son of a photographer, and this is back in the pre-digital ages, but even back in the 70s and 80s, I knew the phrase, "the camera never lies," is the dumbest phrase anyone ever came up with.
Yeah.
Because cameras, by definition, lie. A photo taken by a camera with no trickery at all is a representation of what a one-eyed person would see in just a frozen microsecond. Basically a frozen moment in time that your eyes normally do not afford you. But a photo is definitely not what you see if you look at something with binocular vision. It's what a one-eyed person would see, and it's a moment that's frozen so crisply that it's not even what a one-eyed person would see.
And it's also why it's so boring to see someone's holiday photos, and why you pay thousands of dollars to get a professional
Yeah.
to do your wedding photos, because you got to know how to take photos.
No. My dad was a very good wedding
Alexander.
photographer. Sorry, what made you laugh? Oh, Alexander, scribbling furiously. iPhone wide angle. Yes.
Oh,
we
third
got
spam bot
another
of the night.
We got another spam bot.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the dumbest spam bot ever. Like, what
It
the
is.
hell?
It's the dumbest spam bot because there's a fucking space there. Like, it doesn't even take you to a website if you click.
It's not even a valid URL.
It's the worst fucking. I don't understand it at all. I just don't understand it. It's so weird. It's so weird.
It's very strange.
Again, I don't know. I think it's a Russian programmer who's had too much extremely cheap vodka, and possibly.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yeah.
My Twitter account. I had it. I've had it for years and years and years, and I didn't use it for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I went back to it, and it had been taken over by a Russian spam bot.
Oh wow!
And it was just spamming out my to all my friends list and everything, just all this Russian stuff
So everyone probably
for
blocked you,
ages.
Yeah.
And the thing is, one, they didn't change the password.
Yeah.
Two, none of my friends let me know about it because they didn't use
None of
Twitter
your
either.
friends told you were spamming shit.
They had no idea. I had no idea. They had no idea because they weren't using Twitter. And I just deleted everything, and they never came back. It was
How
so
those
weird.
spam bots usually get control of people's Twitter accounts. They don't actually compromise your Twitter account. They compromise a third-party application that you authorize to post stuff to your Twitter account.
Okay.
Because you don't realize it's like, I need a Face app. I want to post this to my Twitter. And you let it post to your Twitter. And they have much poorer security than Twitter. And this has happened
That makes sense.
This has happened to some very big YouTubers where people think, oh no, they're compromised. And their YouTube account was never compromised. But because they used a third-party application to post certain stuff, that third-party application got compromised. And so on their social media, and sometimes it's on YouTube, and sometimes it's on Twitter, and sometimes it's on Facebook. Nasty spam gets posted, and they're like, "Oh fuck!" And everyone goes, "Oh no, they've been hacked." Their YouTube channel's never compromised. It's just a third-party app was compromised.
Well, there was a way.
Sorry, you go.
There was a way that people used that very mechanism to take over people's YouTube channels.
You can.
It was like a phishing scam.
If you fucked
combined
up,
with
if you use the same password on a third-party app as you used on your YouTube channel, then you are fucked. But because in some cases, even though they were using different passwords, they authorized a third-party app to post to their YouTube channel. A shit ton of spam got posted to their YouTube channel. So they do it. I also love Alexander is making us laugh, not just with the scribbling furiously, but with what I said about photography. He's fascinated because he's blind in one eye. That is literally how photography works. Photography is a monocular vision of the world. So although some newer digital stuff does give you stereoscopic vision of the world, Facebook has that really primitive thing. They call it make a 3D version of this image, which is a very primitive version. But some cutting edge cameras, they have more than one sensor. And when they take a photo or a video, they are recording like fucking everything. But they are recording stuff from more than one point. So you can fuck around with either the photo or the video, and you can change the depth of field. You can change what it's focusing on. You can actually move stuff around a bit in 3 dimensions, so it's framed differently. Modern technology is doing some freaky shit, basically. But old school analog cameras was a monocular view of the and stuff that's so frozen in time. It's a frozen moment that us and humans, as humans, can't actually perceive. I don't know, I've been editing myself on video for 15, 16 years now. So people think they're funny when they freeze a moment on a video where you're going, It's like, no. Editing myself for 15, 16 years, I have seen myself pull stupid fucking faces so many times. It's just like, when you're editing...
There's even a term for it. There's a term for freezing it at the wrong point and then using that photo.
Yeah. There's a photo that I occasionally use it as thumbnails for these streams for parties.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That one. Corey, Mr. Safety took that 15 years ago when he was here in Melbourne, and it's because I was at a YouTube meetup and I was pretty drunk, and I was basically explaining the world to everyone, and I was just going, no one else, and he was like, if I take a flash photo, I know exactly what it's going to look like because you're doing this. And so there's this photo of me with my eyes rolled back in my head going, and it's just frozen in the middle of a sentence, and it's so funny. But to me, what's doubling, I use this photo quite often as thumbnails of me going, but the photo straight after it, when he took that photo, the photo he took straight after was me pointing at him going, fucking stop it. Just fucking stop it. And it's a completely normal photo of me, but I'm pointing at him going, I know what you did then. Just fucking stop it. Okay? And again, because our brains don't process these frozen moments, but if you freeze moments,
it looks just weird, yeah.
There are certain, it's normally it's consonant sounds, not vowel sounds, and it's particularly W and R consonant sounds. When a human is saying something that's got a W or an R sound, you actually very fractionally, momentarily go, and if you freeze on that moment, I'm exaggerating.
Really?
But it's
Yep.
like your eyes roll back in your head and your mouth is at a It's okay. I was joking then, but a real one, it's kind of like this.
Yes.
That's a real one. You do that every couple of seconds if you're talking. But
Yeah.
without
if
a
you
doubt,
blink a
this
lot
one
and
that actually happens. That actually happens.
oh
So,
dear,
fucking hell.
I have to go.
Yeah, I think I do too. It's almost fucking 11. I normally engage 10 on a Thursday.
I'm
theoretically
starting
meant to front up for
to.
work.
Yeah, and I have the first crochet class is tomorrow morning of
You've
the
got a
year.
crochet class.
So,
Okay. And I've got
yes.
work. So we should both go to bed. Thank all you wonderful people. Look, all things being equal, Abigail may come over for a tech support meeting tomorrow and maybe on the stream tomorrow night. But we might have things like a Red Dead Redemption stream working properly tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Anything can happen.
I'll be in touch.
Yeah, no, Abigail and I are going to talk over the next 24 hours. It may or may not happen that Abigail might do some text. It'll happen eventually. At some point it'll happen. But
Good night, Stella.
Yeah, that's for Stella and no one else. So, but anyway, take care, everyone. See you another time. Definitely
night,
be
everyone.
back tomorrow for party night, whether it's fucking shit working or not, or just me talking crap. Anything could happen. But we'll see you all later. I'm gonna